I really didn't mean for it to go this far. I promise, I'm a good person. I just got carried away. I've always wanted to become a Foley artist, you know? Making sounds for films and TV and stuff. I've always tried to follow my dreams of one day making sounds for a big Hollywood movie. I'm just struggling to find my footing at the moment. You see, I wasn't getting great feedback, always learning and developing my skills, but nobody was actually buying my sounds on Foley Friends. By the way, that's a site for Foley artists to upload their sounds and get paid by anyone who chooses to use them. It's where loads start out these days, then once they get recognised for their work, the real jobs come in. I get my skills weren't Hollywood quality quite yet, but I didn't think they were that bad. Here, listen to this gunshot that I made. But what about this one of the rain? Forget about those, they were actually just some of my earlier work. So, I saw an advert for some sounds for a low-budget thriller film. They needed a punch to the face and a finger being broken, which I thought was easy enough to create. I grabbed a large piece of meat out of the fridge, along with a pepper, set up my equipment and went for it. Later that day, my sounds were declined, yet again. I had just gotten sick of the rejection. Everything I recorded sounded good to me, but not to others. Then, that night, I sat and thought to myself, surely the best replication of a sound should be the sound itself. I just had to find somebody that would volunteer. So, of course, I hit the internet and came across an unusual amount of people who were happy to let me do it. A bunch of them for free, although they did have some pretty unusual sexual stuff tied into them. Anyways, I got speaking to a guy called Tom. He was more than happy to help out, so we organised for him to come over to my place the next day. He was really nice. I explained everything to him, and that I may have to do it a couple times just to get the sound right, which he was fine with. Honestly, he was. So, I did it. I hit him. The sound wasn't great, though. I think I felt bad doing it, so I was a little light, and he was a bit too tense. So I asked if I could do it again, which he insisted on. So I did it again, this time with no countdown to make sure that he wasn't tensed up. And it sounded perfect. I was so happy with it, I uploaded it straight away. After that blow, though, he explained how he felt a bit lightheaded, so I went to the kitchen to grab him some water, and he had collapsed. I ran over to him to check he was still breathing, and he was fine. He was just a little bit knocked out. Then I got a notification. My sound had been accepted and paid for, and I got great review. I even got a personal request for a slap around the face sound. Looking down at him, and knowing how eager he was for the punches, I thought I might just go ahead with it. This perv would have let me do it anyway. I uploaded it, and again, got instant feedback. Great sound, so realistic. It made me feel amazing. Finally some recognition. And then I checked on Tom after my little celebration. And it was then when I realised he wasn't breathing. I don't know what happened. I didn't even hit him that hard. I tried to do CPR. I really did. Then I grabbed my phone to call an ambulance. I got another personal request for that broken finger sound that I mentioned earlier. I had 999 dialed on my phone, and I thought, well, he could have fell on his hand and broken it. Nobody would know if I did it. And it wouldn't exactly hurt him. I sat for ages preparing myself. I still wasn't sure about it, but the rush of getting that first pay come through, then another straight after, I just thought it seemed so easy. So I looked down at him, turned his hand towards the microphone, grabbed his finger, and the sound made my hair stand on end. I felt physically sick. I was physically sick. I went ahead and uploaded the finger break sound along with the sound of me chucking up my lunch to another request on the site. Both sounds made 2 very happy customers. And they won't be the last. I'm not giving up now. It's all going so well. Just need a couple more volunteers. Do you know any?